We're right over the top of the wreck. It was an awful drift this time. I'll probably end up losing my gear as well to boot with this. This will be the end of the trip, but crap. I set myself up all wrong. Didn't give myself enough time to fish. The fish are sitting up the front of the wreck mainly, and I've gone right across the middle and not far enough away from the wreck to fish it before I get to them. And you want to be down on the bottom, bringing it up through. And when you, there's a fish though. Having said that, it's a nice. There you go. Haha, that's a screamer. That is screaming a bit of drag there, folks. No prizes for guessing what we've got here. Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Now, for the new followers among you, and for all of those that have joined us through the winter period, we are getting a steady build up of followers on the channel. You may or may not know that aside from doing a lot of shore fishing, as you've seen over the winter, I also do own a small boat, and I do get out and get a fishing off of it as and when I get the opportunity to. Obviously in the winter time, if you have just joined us, you will probably see me doing mainly shore fishing because of weather conditions and whatnot, and target species as well that I like to fish for off the shore in the winter. But as I say, when the weather allows, we get out on the little girl and whew, we go fishing. So that's where we're at today. We're out on the little boat. I am at the moment about nearly 17 miles offshore. I've zoomed right out first light, and we're going to hit a few wrecks today. Hopefully we can catch ourselves a couple of big Lunker pollock. But yeah, if you are a new follower and an old follower, thank you very much for watching and following along. It is a privilege and a pleasure to have you on board, and yeah, great to have everybody along for the ride and see my trials and tribulations, and some of the good moments and bad moments. But yeah, getting down to the task in hand today, we're going to be drifting a few wrecks. I'm going to be doing a bit of gilling today, and the plan is hopefully catch a very substantial pollock. Firstly, a double figure, fingers crossed, and hopefully in this early part of the season, if I can get out a few times, I'm looking to beat my PB this year, which is just under 16 pounds. So let's see how we get on with that one. Just having a little look further down the line and going through this year, I'm going to be upping my videos that I'm popping up on YouTube. I'm going to be putting 2 videos a week moving forward, and I'm hoping to vary that content with one shore trip, one boat trip each week, which will give everybody their fishing fix, whether you're a boat angler and or a shore angler. So watch this space. Let's see if we can do that, obviously weather permitting with a boat. But yeah, I'm going to just quickly show you what I'm doing, really basic stuff when you're gilling, but I want to show you the rig and the tackle that I'm using for it, and we're going to have a few drifts. I've just literally got up to the wreck now, stopped off, I've drifted away from the wreck now, just getting my drift line, and I'm going to start heading back to the wreck, and we'll start plotting a little drift backwards and forwards across. Let's do this. Right, so we're all set up and ready to roll. Let's have a quick look at the rig we're using and quickly talk you through the plan of action. As I said, we're doing a bit of gilling. Just incidentally, to put this out there, fingers crossed, hopefully this year we're going to be doing a lot more with red gill, and we're going to certainly be trying to get it a bit reinvigorated and pushing the brand a little bit more, because they are still absolute fish assassin lures, and time to raise the profile a wee bit with them. So I have got your pretty standard boom tactic, which is 8-ounce lead there on the bottom, your standoff boom. Main line, I've got a leader, which is 35 pound fluorocarbon. That goes down to my braided main line, which is 35 pound. And then what I've got, hook length wise, I've got a very long hook length. It's about 11 feet actually. maybe 12 feet, 11 or 12 feet, going all the way down. That's 35 pound fluorocarbon. And then what I've got on the business end is a little clip, just so I can interchange the lures quickly. And I'm starting off with the old Red Gill Evo, pink and black, which is, as we all know, for the pollock, it's a colour for the ages. They absolutely love the pink and black, especially it's early in the morning at the moment, low light conditions. A bit of dark colour in the low light conditions tend to work very well. So yeah, we're going to drop this one down and see how we go. I've got a lot of the smaller size ones, which I often switch up to because they catch a lot of good fish also, but we're going to start with a 6-inch lure. My rod is 6 to 12 pound class ugly stick, nothing massive and nothing OTT with it. I love to get the fight out of these pollock, and I don't want to start using 30 pound class rods and things like that. And I've got the old trusty faithful Akuma Kavala lever drag reel, and that is the full hardware. Let's get back round to the wreck and have a little drop down, see how we get on. Fingers crossed we can smash a few big fish out, and let's do this. Right, down we go. First up. It's about 250 feet deep here. And for those of you who are not familiar with this sort of technique, we're fishing a weighted boom with the lure hanging out the back. We're drifting over the wreck, using the tide to drift us over the wreck. And as we go over the wreck, we're dropping the boom and the lure down, in and out of the wreck, winding it back up, dropping it back down. And what we're intending to do is to get that little lure swimming out of the wreckage, and the predatory fish obviously sitting around the structure of the wreck, see the lure, bang. That's the theory anyway. Let's see if we can put it into practice. You can see it's still going down all the time I've been rabbiting on. Now the idea is as soon as you touch bottom, engage gear and start the wind. You can't keep messing about dragging it along the bottom, because you'll end up right in the wreckage. We've stopped off this time just up the front of the wreck, and we're going to just do the first few drifts just to see how the drift line is. I normally come up 15 or 20 turns and then drop it back down again, and it's just repeat the process. It's really straightforward fishing and quite easy. Drop it back to the bottom, in, up, down, up, down. When you feel a bite, you'll feel the rod pull, pull, pull. You just got to keep winding. You mustn't stop. If you stop, you'll miss the fish. You need them to keep chasing, keep following. Okay, so we have changed lure over. Did a few drifts on the pink and black without any joy. I've changed lure now to a little white Iwashi lure, white with a red body. So we'll see if a change of colour works. Right, we've just moved to a new wreck. It's only about a mile away from where we was before on the last wreck. It's a much smaller wreck, but it's more aggressive in terms of its structure, and hopefully there's one or two fish hanging around this area, because it was barren in the last spot. So yeah, all we can do is try. I'm still working this little white Iwashi lure here. I'm really disappointed that that last wreck didn't throw up any fish at all, or show any fish or anything. It was pretty pants, to be fair. Just bringing it up around 20 turns at a time, and then back down again. My drift speed is only 0.5 knots at the moment. The tide slowed off, and we've got a breeze that's just holding us against the tide. It's That's why I'm going pretty aggressive with the eel, with the lure, trying to impart a little bit of movement on it and get the attention of something or other down there, if there is anything down there. Looks like I've picked an area of sea where there's no fish whatsoever at the moment though. Off to another wreck at lunchtime. The old cup noodles, they come in well handy when you're on the boat. What's all your favourite meals that you like to have on the boat? Sandwiches, full fryer, or just something easy like the cup noodle? Go folks, at long last we're into a fish here. That's good. Right up off the bottom, I just saw a few dolphins coming along. I was just watching them. Just watching a couple of dolphins, and all of a sudden, wallop. I've just dropped it. Can you believe that? God's sake. I have worked so hard. So as you can see, conditions have become a little bit gnarly, and yeah, I'm not gonna stay out here for too long, much longer, but this is like the 6th wreck of the day now we've hit, and at last I've just hit into a fish on that last drift, a proper fish, not a pouting. So there may be 1 or 2 fish on this wreck. And if there are, we're ready to get them. There's a fish, go on, we're in. Yes, we found a little posse of fish here, folks. Ideal. Looks like a little bitty pollock, if I'm honest. Still, that's 2 drifts, 2 fish. 1 bumped off, felt slightly better, took a bit of drag the first one. And then this one, as I say, doesn't feel anything spectacular. But a fish is a fish. I've worked blimmin' hard today to try to get a few fish. There we go. Oh, it's a bass. I wonder if that first fish I lost was a bass. Blimey. Well, there we go, folks. First proper fish of the day, and it's a nice bass. 50 centimetres. It has just gobbed out. Let me just show you what it's gobbed out. And that's why the change to that little lure has done the business. Have a look what that just spat out. A little horse mackerel, or scad. So yeah, good job I changed to that smaller lure. Andy has 2 drifts and 2 fish. Let's get back round and do another drift and get another. As usual, we was meant to get really calm weather up until about 3 o'clock, and it's now 10 in the morning and it's absolutely ripping up like nobody's business. That fish I just had, incidentally, it's going to look like I've just had it on the first drift, but honest and truthfully, I've been fishing since just first light this morning. I've had a few pouting. This is my 4th, 5th wreck so far, so it hasn't been easy going by any means. There's a fish, go on. I just had a few hits there, straight off. And again, we're in. Yes, that feels like a nice little head nodder. That's taking a bit of line. Lovely. That's going well, folks. Cool, yeah, that is going well. Lovely. Just goes to show, don't it, that change of wreck, keep moving until you find the fish. If I'm honest, the last wrecks we were on, just as I got there was a trawler just bringing his nets up, going round and round, and that never helps. The way this took off, I'm hoping I've got a nice bass on here. Probably a pollock, but let's hope it's a decent bass. It's giving some resistance. He's whizzed off a bit of drag to start with. Here we go, it's going again there. I think I've got a bass on here, folks. Cool, that's going. Oh, it's just done me. No! Seems to be a few fishes sitting at the front end of this wreck though, don't there? Which is choice. Let's have another go, here we go. There's a fish straight away, straight off. Straight off, go on, go on. Ah, that's certainly not what we're after. It certainly isn't the fish we just lost. Feels like a smaller bass. I think there's a load of bass on this wreck here. And there you go, folks, look. With that washy lure hanging out of his mouth. Nice little bristling, angry bass. That is too small. 40 centimetres. Back it goes. No take on that one the first time round. Hopefully they haven't spooked off. That's one thing that you do find with a bass. Then I've just got a hit on the way down there. I was getting a hit on the way down there. I'm getting hits all the way through. There's a hell of a lot of fish down here, folks. Let's just put it in gear and just wind up. There we go, we're in. Haha. Oh yeah, that's steaming off. Yeah, that's taking a bit of drag, folks. Yes. Well, there's a lot of fish there. I was dropping that lure down and I was getting hit on the way down. I could feel the rod tip kept arching over. So I quickly engaged it and did a few turns. And bang, I was in. This doesn't feel like a bad fish. Doesn't feel a bad fish at all, actually. Nice, great fishing. I worked all day at it to get this fish in. Let's keep this down a bit. Definitely got some weight to it. Crazy of getting all them hits on the way down. Up near the surface, I can't see anything because of the it's a pollock. Haha. Well, that's why it felt quite solid, but it's not a bad fish. I'll just put my hand in and grab this out. And there we go. Cool, yeah. He has absolutely annihilated that Iwashi lure. Have a look right down his throat. Let's just hold this one up for you because things are starting to cook. There you go. Every bit £7. Nice. There's a fish, we're in. Haha. Right up off the bottom that. Oh yeah, there we go. Yes. There you have it. Right, it was an awful drift. We found a few pollock at last, people. Nice. There you go, folks, look. Another nice pollock. I'm going hit a few wrecks, you know, no joy. All of a sudden, the skipper will, there's a fish. Oh, that was a hit. You just got to keep going, There's a fish, we're in. Lovely. Haha, that's gonna go. Yes. Nice. Hey. Few head shakes with this one. Feels a bit pollocky. I'm just gonna just slowly ease it up. What have we got going on here? Got another pollock. Lovely. We found them. Now it'd be lovely to find a really big girl, because they are out here, and they are out here at this moment as well. Here we see it, look, lovely fish in the water. There we go folks, look, beautiful. All the washy lure hanging out of his mouth, great stuff. Well, I've come much further towards the nose of the wreck this time. I can see a posse of fish sitting there by the looks of things. I think I'm too slow on it, and I won't get down in time for them. I'm going to next time come to the same spot but further back away from the wreck, because it looks like there's a few fish sitting up off the nose but away from the wreck by the look of things. So that's the plan next drift. I'm only going to do a few more drifts and then I'm going to whiz in. I've been thrown about enough, I've had a few nice fish and done what I came for really. There's a fish. There's a fish. Go on, take it then. Take it. Yeah, we're in. We go folks, 42 centimetres. He's heading back with us. Such a good technique, this gilling. You always do pick out fish on it. They can't resist. It's such a tried and oh, that was a hit. Gosh, I had a good whack there. It's such a tried and tested technique, and it always turns up fish. I do like the slow pitch jigging, don't get me wrong, but this here is a fish catcher, most definitely. You're definitely going to catch fish. You get yourself a few of these gills and there's a fish. Well, that was a fish straight on the first turn, and that's hanging on. That feels like a nice fish. That was first, as soon as I started got engaged into gear, bang, we were in. It must have took it on the drop, I reckon. Feels like a decent fish. I'm hoping it's a bass. A few nice knocks. I must just be coming to the leader now. It's hanging there now. What have we got? I reckon I've got a good bass. That's a good bass. It's a better one. Let's get the net for that. Yes. It's a nice fish. Well, there you go, folks. That's a beautiful bar of silver, that. Lovely fish. Well pleased with that. Probably fish of the day, that one. Ideal. Let's get back round and have another one. Catch and release for bass now. I've had my quota. 3 fish. You're allowed 3 now. The rules have changed. So I'm taking full advantage of that, and I've got 3 fish in the bag there. Excellent stuff. You can see there, look, we've got Neptune's nutsack. Well, it just shows you we were down where the wreck is, look. Not 1, but 2 big limpets. There's a fish, there's a fish. We're in. That's knocking away. Lovely. Knock, 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 knock. Have a look at the way that's knocking. Really knocking. Almost like I foul looked at this. It isn't fighting bona fide unless it's an angry good bass that's just trying to gob me out. I'm wondering if it's a bass or if it's a foul looked fish. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a fish that's foul looked, but it could well be a bass, an angry bass that's trying to shake that hook out. Here we go, let's have a look what it is. What is it? Yeah, it's a good bass. It's a really good bass. Oh yeah, that's a chunk of a bass, that one. Oh yeah, that's a good bass, folks. Got a good bass on. Let's get this one in. Straight in the net. That's a good fish, that one. Lovely. Yeah. Oh yeah. Have a look at that, people. It's a tidy, tidy fish, that. Long and muscular. Lovely fish. Every bit. 6-7 pound, that is. Nice fish. Right, let's get this baby back. Oh, and try not to fall in the drink. Let's get this baby back. Let's get this girl back. Whoosh. Right, little white and ready washy lure going down. Here we go. We're down and we're fishing. There's a fish straight away. Don't catch a pouting. Don't catch a pouting. We're right over the top of the wreck. It was an awful drift this time. I'll probably end up losing my gear as well to boot with this. This will be the end of the trip, but crap. I set myself up all wrong. Didn't give myself enough time to fish. The fish are sitting up the front of the wreck mainly, and I've gone right across the middle and not far enough away from the wreck to fish it before I get to them. And you want to be down on the bottom, bringing it up through. And when you, there's a fish though. Having said that, it's a nice. There you go. Haha, that's a screamer. That is screaming a bit of drag there, folks. No prizes for guessing what we've got here. Well, I was just waxing lyrical about how I did a bad drift, and then I've just hooked into a really nice pollock. Bolted a bit of line. Just take our time with this one. If we get a chance to, this one to dart back. Got plenty of fish for the box. Now, a nice bolt to start with. There he goes, he's off again. Beautiful. Angry old fish. Great stuff. Really sporty, these pollock. Lovely fish to catch. And if it's a bass, then wow, we've got a whopper. But no, it's almost certainly a pollock. It's nice and steady. Just take our time with it. Give it a chance also to, it's got some kick to it. Right at the back of the wreck this was. Been a very fruitful wreck, hasn't it? Just nice and slow, no rush, no race. Getting towards the leader now, it's coming across the surface. Wow, that's a good fish. Haha, that's a good chunky pollock, that's a double figure fish, that. Oh yeah, fatty. Let's get that, that is a fatty. Woohoo! Whoa! Well, that is a barrel, folks. And there you have the washer lure hanging out of his mouth. Look, I'm going to weigh that one. That is a barrel. Geez, that's a big fish. That is the double we was after. That is absolutely for sure. Certain the double. That is a whopper. That's massive. That is massive. That's a massive fish, folks. Jeez, gotta get the scales on this one. And there's that washer lure hanging out his mouth. Look, bosh. Get in there. Well folks, I said that I was looking for something a bit special. Have a look at this. 1710. It is massive. That is a massive fish. I'm over the moon with this. It's a whopper. What a tank. The gut on it is unreal. That is a right beauty. And what a nice note to end the day. That is a beast. Get in there. What a pollock. That's a new PB for me. And yeah, happy days. Let me just pull this round and see if we can get back a bit. So just to show you and appreciate this fish, look. There we go. Don't know how well that's coming up. I can barely see the screen on there, but that is a beast. That is a proper beast. Woohoo! Haha! Get in there. Well, on that note, we're going to call it. I hope you've enjoyed it, folks. And I hope you've enjoyed seeing me catching a bit of a special tank on the side. As I said to you, we're going to start upping the ratio. We're going to up the ante and going to get a couple of films per week out on YouTube. So sit back and enjoy the ride. And yeah, we'll see you again next time. Ciao for now. And happy days, folks. Bosh.